Hi Pisces, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. So for all my Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus, men and women, we're now covering the second week of May. So this is from the 9th till the 15th. And this week on the 10th, we have Mercury in Gemini that's going to be going retrograde, but just until June 1st. So till the beginning of June. And Mercury retrograde is nothing to be like, oh my gosh, scared of, like the world stops, but it does slow things down. It could bring some delays. You just want to be prepared ahead of time, maybe leave some time in between getting to places, or if you have any big presentations or plans, you just want to prepare ahead of time just in case, but it's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, then on the same day we have Jupiter moving into Aries. So for me, now that I've thought about it, it really is like liquid courage. You know, like when you drink and you just all of a sudden have like so much confidence and like being bold. It's giving us a lot of liquid courage. So as you know, even with like being drunk, it can go both ways. Like it can be a good thing, but it can not be a good thing if you let it get too far. So you just want to have that courage for positive things that maybe you've been afraid to do, not for stuff that's not going to help you or for the wrong reasons. So just want to keep yourself at a good balance, I guess. Okay, and then keep in mind that the Sun is also going to be conjuncting the North Node this month in Taurus, and also Uranus being in Taurus. So we're like destiny is calling us, and there might be a lot of changes that everyone is going through in some area of their life, and it can be very unpredictable or really like, whoa, I've never experienced this before. This is so weird, like different. But use that opportunity to like grow and don't like, don't like let it happen. Like don't get so scared when it happens, because this is what's happening for all of us. But there is going to be a lot of changes and a lot of like destined, fated things that could be happening in the month of May. All right, and then on the 15th, we have Ceres, the asteroid, moving into Cancer. So this is bringing more of an attention and focus around like home, family, stuff like that, and us being more responsible or feeling more responsible for these things. Okay, all right, guys. So we're gonna be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. Okay, all right, my beautiful Pisces. When it comes to your health, okay, so it feels like this week you're going to be trying to make up for something that you did maybe the last few days or last week. Like if you happen to have a cheat week last week, or you had a little bit too many cheat days, whatever that means, this week you're like, okay, I gotta like sacrifice, or I gotta like be extra on top of it for these next few days, or maybe this week, because last week I like let myself indulge a little bit too much, or I didn't go to the gym, or I didn't work out, or I didn't do this. Maybe you were on vacation, maybe you were doing something, or you just weren't feeling good. So it's okay. But you're like, this week, okay, I gotta make up for it. This week I gotta do this, I gotta do that, or I gotta eat super clean, or make sure I work out and make up for the lost time. So whatever you did, it feels like you're making up for something, or making up for lost time, or making up for some like cheat days or like cheat meals that maybe you're not so proud of, and you're just trying to like bring yourself back to balance this week. But it's okay to indulge, you know, it's okay to enjoy life sometimes and not always be like on a diet or like, oh, I have to go to the gym like every day. It's all right, but sometimes we can get out of hand, or we enjoy a little too much, or we're like on vacation, which is totally normal. It's healthy for us, right? But it feels like this week you kind of want to make up for it and kind of like be extra on top of it. So do whatever you got to do, okay? All right, so when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, well, drama, drum roll. So there could be some drama at work or at school or at your job, or something in regards to your work, school, career, finances. Hopefully you're not involved, but maybe you might be involved, or someone may try to get you involved. But there could be some work drama, office drama, or there's a fight breaking out, or maybe you are not getting along with some people, or some people are just like trying to get you riled up or get an emotion out of you and a reaction out of you. And if that's the case, don't give them that satisfaction, Pisces. Don't let them do that, because a lot of times people do that just to make you look bad. They try to poke your buttons, or they try to push your buttons just so you can react, and they're like, haha, see, like this person is this, or whatever. But you don't want to let them do that. Hopefully that's not the case, but your patience might be tested this week. You may be very annoyed, or someone at work, or people at work, or just whatever is going on, or at school. It could just be like making you so upset, or making you so mad, or the drama that's happening. But try your best to stay out of it. Try your best not to add fuel to the fire. I know it can be hard, easier said than done. It could be coming from a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if that rings a bell, you're like, oh, I know who you're talking about, right? I know this person is. Try your best to just stay away from them as much as possible. Just keep it professional. You don't have to be best friends. But yes, there could be some like, or maybe people are just extra on edge, or like a lot of attitude, or just being very aggressive or mean. And it may not be like specifically like personal to you, but they could be taking it out on you. Hopefully not, but try your best to like stay out of it as much as possible. Okay, but now that you may know, you'll kind of like be aware of it. So just watch out for any like aggressive people, or people who are just like extra moody and like just wanting to fight with everybody. Okay, all right, so when it comes to your love relationships and dating, on your side we have the Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, some of you could have Taurus somewhere in your chart, also like Aquarius. And then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the Three of Wands, Four of Cups, and Ace of Swords. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and or air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But doesn't have to be, could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time. 4 is repeated twice, one on your end, one on their end. So I definitely feel here that there is like already an established connection here, or someone you already know, or you guys kind of know each other at least a little bit better now. There is this idea of like stability, security between the two of you. Maybe that's something you guys are working on or building on together, or feeling more safe, more secure, more stable with each other. Maybe home, family, something that you're working on together possibly as well. So what's going on here? It feels like you're starting off the week very like, maybe not sassy, but it's like you're speaking your mind, you know what you want. You're becoming very, or you are, either you're becoming or you are really intentional about what you want. So like you're just speaking your mind, and you're not letting anything or anyone waste your time anymore. Like maybe everything has been just like frustrating, or your past experiences, dating or being with people, or your relationships, it just always made you feel like you couldn't speak up or say what you really wanted. And now it feels like moving forward, you're moving away from that. You're like, nope, I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I'm gonna say what's on my heart. And if they like it, cool. And if they don't, I don't care. So I don't know why I'm being sassy, but I feel like you could be extra sassy. You're just extra like, Z formation. I don't know. But you're speaking your mind. You're not holding back. And even though things have been kind of difficult, or life hasn't been very easy, maybe you're going to be feeling kind of tired this week. Maybe there's a lot going on. Maybe work is kind of beating on you. And maybe that's why you're extra snappy, because of work or drama or stuff like that. You're just like in a mood, but you're not trying to take it out on anyone. But it just feels like you're very like, what do you want? You know? And you're just like really protecting what you worked hard for. And you're like, you know what? I have people at work, just testing my patience, and the last thing I want is to worry about my personal life or like my relationship or anything like that. So it feels like this week you're really protecting yourself, you're protecting your heart, and you're protecting whatever you worked really hard to build. Especially if like you feel like your work life or school has been kind of like stressful for you. Like, okay, I want to make sure at least my personal life is not a mess. I want to make sure my relationship is solid, my relationship is secure, and I have everything kind of not in control, but like protected, I think is the word. So what's going on here? Well, it feels like there's a lot of growth. Like things are going to be expanding and growing and progressing. And with this person, it feels like they're fired up, they're motivated, they're excited. Maybe they are the thing that's going to be helping you change your environment or your surroundings. But the relationship, or you guys talking or getting to know each other, maybe you're together, maybe you're not, you're just meeting this person, it's growing and is expanding. And I actually feel like they believe in and they agree with what you have to say. Like after you go through your little your little spiel, like what you want and don't want, they're like, yeah, sure, I agree. And you're like, oh, okay. Like maybe you thought they would like disagree or not like what you have to say, but they actually agree with you. They're like, no, I understand. Like I get your mindset. I know what you're trying to say. I agree with you. You're like, oh, okay. Because maybe in the past, maybe people didn't agree or try to make you feel crazy for demanding or expressing certain things, but it feels like here it doesn't, and you are able to really speak your mind and have certainty or have more confidence in what you have to say without feeling like you have to restrict yourself. So things are growing, things are progressing, and I feel like this person is feeling emotionally kind of like secure and stable, but also a little bit bored, not bored with you, but like wanting more or like needing more maybe from you. And at that moment, maybe you could get frustrated because you're like, wait, I'm like really stressed out at work, or this and this is happening. Like, please, I don't need more stress or more of this happening. And that can cause a little bit of friction or whatever. But it's like life is never easy, you know? And maybe this week life is going to really be testing you a little. And you just may be feeling like, oh my gosh. But, you know, life is never easy when you're alone. And it's not easy when you're with someone else. So either way, it's never easy, right? But at least you can be frustrated together. And you don't have to be like frustrated alone, right? So it's like sometimes you got to pick your battles. It's like I'd rather be with you and be dealing with life with you than be dealing with life alone and then be extra frustrated and not having anyone to talk to about it, you know? It feels like one of those kinds of weeks. And it feels like though that there's going to be something that you mentioned or something that you talked about towards the beginning of the week, and then by the end of the week this person has already thought about it or has come up with an idea, a solution, or a plan, and is going to suggest that or bring it up to you. And there's going to be some kind of new or important conversation or new beginning that comes out of it. They heard or remembered something that you had talked about or mentioned like in the beginning of the week, and by the end of the week they've already processed everything and come up with like an idea, a plan, and are going to be bringing that up to you. And this is going to lead to some kind of new beginning, or just you guys really being like so on the same page, on the same path, and you're going to really feel like, wow, they were paying attention, like they were listening to me, they understood what I meant. And that is going to give you a lot of I guess like certainty, and feel like they're really listening to you, not just like putting up with you, I guess. So there is an important conversation that's going to be coming up here. And I think it's something that you had already talked about or something that you had discussed before. And I think that in itself is going to help you feel more secure or more stable. Okay. And feel like, okay, I don't want to let this go. I want to protect this. And you already do feel that way. It's just hard sometimes to show it maybe when you're like stressed or thinking about a lot of things, or you have like work, health, family, friends, or stuff going on. The last thing you want is like your relationship or like your love life to be like a hot mess, right? But it feels like you guys are doing a good job of like communicating. They're agreeing, or they add passion and fire to your thoughts or to what you are thinking about or communicating. And they help calm down your frustrations when you're like, like all riled up, or you're like, oh my gosh, this girl at work pissed me off, or this. They know how to calm you down. Like, okay, like they listen to you and they like let you calm down, and them just listening to you, I think calms you down. You're like, okay, I feel better. They're like, okay, good. And you just like let it all out. Okay. And then they bring up this conversation, this idea, problem, solution, or something, problem to a solution. And you're like, okay, cool. This is what we're going to do. And you guys kind of seal it, lock it up, and you end up in like just a better place. Okay, so we're going to continue on and extended to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. So this conversation I think is going to be carried over toward in the following week, but it is going to be something important because it definitely they are saying it with love and with good intentions, and it's going to be transformational. It's going to change the direction of where you guys are going or where it's heading, and it's going to be pretty important, I think. Okay, all right, so we'll continue on extended. Link will be below. We'll see what's going on and what else comes through. All right, so take care, Pisces. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the link below. No, I'll see you next week. Bye.